Hey everybody, it's Lewis Porter Jr. I'm doing some stuff. Good, checking that. All right, hey, of course it is May the 4th, and more important than May the 4th be with you. That's great and everything. But today is also Lucas's birthday. All right, birthday number 6. It's getting huge. Kid's getting huge. It's crazy. It's crazy. So we're gonna a lot of party tonight, a lot of drinking, a lot of awesomeness. It's gonna be crazy off the hook. You know how we get down here, South Florida. You can understand. All right, so let's talk about the new topic of the day. Politics. Now, usually I don't talk about politics. I try to stay out of a lot of heated politics, but I think that after yesterday's, I'm going to call it rout. That's what I'm going to refer to it as, a rout. Even though it really wasn't. It was a rout with the Republican Party. It has gone too crazy. All right. Little backstory. A lot of people maybe don't know this. I have a degree in political science. That's where I got my degree from, Oregon State University. I'm a big political junkie. I always enjoy talking about politics and both sides. Don't get me wrong. I like certain things the Democrats do, and I like certain things the Republicans do. But it's good to talk about every side. I'm a card-carrying Democrat, but I'm extremely conservative, financially extremely conservative Democrat. Basically Republican, as my Republican friends tell me. So I try to stay very, very close to the middle. I'm always I have to hear all the good sides and just find out what works best. But this whole Donald Trump thing, I'm like, what? Now, I kind of expected it to be, I did kind of expect him to win, but not really. It's like, you think like, oh yeah, he probably is going to be the winner when it started, but it's like, but when you're watching, you're like, no, not that guy. There's too many politicians there, qualified guys who know what to do. But they didn't understand how to use TV. Donald Trump knows TV. No ifs, ands, buts about it. That guy knows TV better than those other guys do, and he crushed them on it. And he went after them. And the part that I've always liked about Donald Trump, he always says, it doesn't matter if it's true or not. He says it all the time. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. And then people try to oh, you're not a winner. Keep saying, I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. Even if when he's not winning, he's still telling you, I'm a winner. And you start actually believing that, well, maybe he is a winner because he's put that much confusion out there. I think he understands how to use the media like a gun and points it at whatever he wants to kill. Bang, bang, bang. And it's just, he gets it. He gets it. He understands it, and the other guys didn't. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't going to vote for Rubio, and I definitely wasn't going to be voting for Cruz. But I didn't think that was going to be those two guys would be the last men standing. Those weren't my guys I thought would be. I go back to, I thought Bush might have had a chance if he actually wanted to be there. He seemed like he was really bored the entire time. Like, what am I doing here? Oh, I'm wasting my time. So I was kind of surprised. Yeah, Ben Carson was insane. And yeah, wow, come on, Ben. Who you fooling? I'm just like, come on. I didn't understand. He didn't scream presidential to me. Donald Trump doesn't scream it either, but at least Donald Trump's actually, run a couple businesses. At a base level, Donald understands some basic economics. Ben Carson was just, I don't use the word arrogant, because that's not the right word. He was, I said, I can't think what the right words would be. He did not appeal to me as a voter, as someone that I wanted to give my vote to. So, that's all up to everybody else. You got your own choices. You pick who you pick. But Donald Trump, man, he sucked a lot of those guys. He did what actually, if you're a big MMA fan, you'll know this term. He basically pulled the guys in deep water and drowned them. These guys weren't prepared for that. These guys weren't prepared for the attacks he was going to be throwing. They didn't. But Donald Trump just didn't care. He just, I'm gonna be buck wild, and I don't care. I don't care. And that's kind of a good bad thing. Coming from me. I said, I don't care. I just, be yourself. Be you. And that's probably him. Deep down, that probably is him. You saw him live and direct, saying the things he wanted to say, saying whatever. Now the downside, of course, Trump has pulled the rug back on a lot of the cockroaches that have been part of the GOP since the beginning. And we're talking about the low-level guys. The KKK, the racists, the separatists, these guys who... they're basically scumbags. I'm calling them like I say them. They're scumbags. And he kind of tapped into those guys. And I think, honestly, deep down, Donald Trump racist? Probably not. Probably not. I'm gonna say most likely not. But he is a guy about manipulating and getting power. He want to get power, so you got to placate to these people, get that power, and keep it moving. So, hey, that's what his plan was. And apparently it worked out well for him. You know, it's not rocket science. You got a guy who's been on TV, you know, every week for several years on an extremely successful TV show. It's well known. I mean, let's be honest. If you didn't live in New York City, probably in the 80s, and if you hadn't read The Art of the Deal, which I actually read, you wouldn't have heard about Donald Trump. But Donald Trump has reinvented himself several times in situations for a guy. I mean, think the guy's had several bankruptcies and he's still come back. You know, he is, for lack of a better term, he's as resilient as a cockroach. You know, it's a skill to have that. And people are like, oh, no, Donald Trump. Dude, don't let Donald Trump fool you. You know, he's in it for the power. This is a 100% power play. Because let's be honest, even if you don't win, even if he doesn't win, people will always refer to him as former presidential candidate Donald Trump. And that's just going to have him be able to acquire more money and more power, because that's what this whole game was. This was about money. This was about power. This is about him getting paid, and that's that. So, all right, I'm done talking about that. I've had enough of that. I mean, the other side to it, Hillary and Bernie. You know, I'm a Democrat. I don't care which one goes. They're both virtually the same to me, you know, mentally. Yeah, one's supposedly a crook, one's supposedly a socialist. You know, you're in politics. Of course you're going to be dealing with crooks. You got to compromise yourself and your personal stuff to get stuff done. And people say that you don't have to. Those people don't understand what politics is about. You're going to compromise yourself. You're going to have to. But there's going to be a situation where you've got to ask the tough question, and you've got to decide. Do I want to get this thing done? Or do not want to get this thing done? You know, there's an old TV show a long time ago, a real long time ago. The show, I think one episode aired of it. It was called Prophet. It was on Fox. Stephen J. Cannell wrote it, and it's considered. Was it Stephen J. Cannell wrote it? Yeah, I think Stephen J. Cannell wrote it. And the show was like basically, I'd say about like 5 or 6 years before The Sopranos, 6 Feet Under. It was very, very like non-traditional, what you'd expect from positive. Basically, all the shows that came out in the early 2000s, late 99s and early 2000s, all those great shows, this one was like the precursor to that one. This one was so ahead of its time, it's crazy. One of the phrases on the marketing that I always loved, I thought was brilliant, just brilliant marketing. The guy says, you know, see that line that you said you wouldn't cross? You probably have already done it. You just did it when you thought no one was looking. I was like, oh, that's awesome. And this has been, 20 years. I still remember that. I think that was just, smart marketing. And that's the way I feel, These guys say these lines, oh, I would never do that. They've done it. They've done it. People just embarrassed. People found out they did something. That's why I'm like, put everything on video. Let everybody see your stuff. See? No problem for me. You see my face. You know who I am. This is me. There you go. So what other things can we talk about today? Of course, more work. We got the last big piece for our summoner that came in, the big stone ape. I've been passing that around to everybody. Everybody's been checking that out. Kind of busy today. Busy day today out today. So yeah, that's done. I'm still waiting for that piece to come in. What's the other piece I'm waiting for? Oh yeah, that's right. Summoner and the other. No, I got the. Yeah, so actually I think the summoner is the last big piece that we're waiting to go in. So yeah, once the summoner comes in, that will be done. I'm going to check up with Joshua about the editing, and we're going to go from, cleaning up the last little pieces and getting it ready to get this Neo Access book out and going. I know that the adventures are definitely still being done. Sorry, the adventures for Crisis are still being done. He still has those. Oh, okay. And that's still going. What other stuff are we doing? The art, the Crisis. Luke's birthday, so I'll be kind of busy tonight. So I'm trying to get some cool stuff. And I keep thinking back for some weird thing, since I guess it's because Watsy's going to be doing their horror source book soon. I keep pushing a lot of stuff with Obsidian Apocalypse. So we have some stuff that I know that Jeff sent us that I'm going to probably clean up and get ready to release that. I think that would be a good deal and smart to do. But I don't know. I'm kind of worried. I'm wondering what kind of book the guys from Pathfinder are going to put out for horror, and how's that going to affect the sales of all the stuff with Obsidian Apocalypse. I'm guessing some of the sales might help. second guessing. But I mean, I hope it isn't too much of the stuff that we did is too different from the stuff they're doing. So people who are fans of horror may or may not get it and be like, oh, I don't know if I want to do because of this. You know how it is. But I'm thinking it should be good. I think, prime example, I think they did a good job when they did psionics. I mean, Doomsguard Press, they told them, hey, we're going to do our own psionics for Pathfinder. And I think it's great that there's two different versions. There's, psychic magic and psionics. Which one do you want to play? Which one do you feel comfortable with? That's about it. I dig that. So, I got to see how that horror book's going to look. I'm hoping it's going to be good. I hope it's going to be out soon. What are the fun things that have been going on? Ugh, I keep walking. Today's a hot day. I got an event. I got to basically, that's why I'm shooting so early. I got to do this and I got to run to event and speak for work. It's going to be one of those hot days. And I'm wearing my yellow shirt, so it's already hot. And once again, it's hot in Florida. What a surprise. Yeah. But anyway, we've got a lot of cool things going on. Ooh, the dip in the road. We got a lot of cool things going on with the company, and talking about our fiction line. I think I'm gonna start doing more and more stuff with fiction. For a long time, I built up in my head that we're gonna do a totally separate fiction line for us called Hard Ink. Eric was the first one to really. Well, actually, Joshua Cole was the first one to do our first ever thing we did for DOXs. Then Eric has done the 2 stories he's written, and we might be adding some more from him. I know I have to talk to him about. I sent him an email. I got to talk to him a little more in depth about that. So that's another thing we'll be doing this week. See, that's the problem when you got a million little things to do, and time is so difficult to manage this thing, that thing, these things, those things. It's just tough. But we'll get it worked out. We'll get some more fiction out there. And for all the people who've been wondering, for my personal self, I think I'm going to start doing more stuff with Grand Theft Exodus. I love Grand Theft Exodus. It's one of my favorite things. I think it's really cool. I want to see more stuff being done, but it's just getting that stuff together. You know how that is, and writing and finding the time. But I'm pretty happy. Hey, Jeremy, what's going on? See, people writing me a thread. It's awesome. So, I got those little things I got to do. I got to turn back around. I'm almost done my walk. There's so much little things you got to do, but it just takes time. Just takes time. That's the biggest problem. Everything you want to do takes time, and you're always busy. So, you know how that goes. All right, let me turn myself around, walk back. See, this is a good thing you should do. If you ever guys people are thinking about doing video, you want to do video, think about doing it, at your lunchtime as a walk. I love this thing on Facebook. Oh, okay, for Chad, yeah, so we're still thinking about changing the name of the storyteller because it really doesn't make sense calling it that. I mean, it's a silly name. It's just something we did to basically fill in the time. But I don't know. I mean, we're still kicking around lots of names, so it's possible it might be anything. Hey, calm down, lady. The pedestrians walking here. Let me see these coworkers I'm going to see. So we still got that kind of stuff. But yeah, I know that Michael sent up some updates actually at the Paizo page for the stuff he's been writing. So you can go check it out with this new stuff he added to it. Thank you for holding the door. That's so polite of you. Oh, just watch it. Watch it. Sexual harassment. I got you on film now. What? Look at that. He's trying to have me do work when I'm trying to do my live show.
Why this thing is annoying. 15 minutes, 10 minutes already get left.
See, this is my boss does to me. All he does is yell at me. See, look at him. My boss is all. See how rugged he looks? There you go. That's all I do here. Put people on. I'm working hard. Almost like Kunta Kinte up in here. It's crazy. Oh, my connection's getting weak. And speaking of weak, here's my coworker. Oh, you know the one who are. All right, yeah, we had a bad connection. One of my coworkers. I'm trying to catch her this time. Oh, someone else in the hallway doing something. Yeah. I got you on video. Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Well, I'm good at that. I mean, that's what I like. And now, once again, I'll show my favorite coworker. Don't hide. The police are still looking for you. You can't hide, Nicole. You can't hide. All right, I'm out of here. I'll talk to y'all later.